I'm going to teach you something today. I'm going to teach you something today. So keep watching. I'm back again with a video today on some of my favorite ways to use a foam roller. My husband actually asked me about this, so that's why I wanted to make this video. He said, how do you stretch your IT band? And this is one of the best ways that you can do it, rolling it out. Foam rolling you can do any time of the day. I think it's better to do it before you work out so you can kind of get your muscles stretched out a little bit before you're active. But you can do it any time of the day. Now I did already show you on a way to use one to improve your posture, but today we're going to be focusing more on the IT bands. The IT band runs from the hip all the way to the outside of the knee, attaches in the tibia. Anybody who runs and sits a lot can really have trouble with their IT band, so it will be tighter than normal, and what happens is your kneecap actually gets pulled to the outside of your knee and gets off track. So imagine if your kneecap is on a train track and it's supposed to go straight forward and straight back, up and down. But imagine if your IT band on the outside of your hip is pulling it to the outside, so it actually pulls it over a little bit, and this way it gets a little bit off track. So then you can start to get medial knee pain, which is the inside of the knee, because your kneecap is being pulled to the outside. So it stresses the inside of the knee. So guys, this is my left knee, and don't mind my man caps. And so my kneecap it kind of ranges in through here, right here. So what it's supposed to do is track straight up and down like this. When you bend your knee, when you straighten your knee, it's supposed to go straight up and down. So what happens when the IT band is tight out here, it ends up pulling the kneecap out just a little bit this way. So you can kind of see actually the corner is here and here, and it's supposed to be kind of a little bit more square with your leg, but it's kind of tilting out just a tiny bit that way. So I've been getting popping in my knee. I mean, there's other factors too, you know, if my quad is a little bit weak, it's tight here. And then if my hip and my glute are tight and weak, then all these things add up to having knee popping and knee clicking, if that makes any sense at all. This is very common, especially with women who have wider hips like myself. Our T-band gets pulled a little bit more laterally to the outside, and it can give us trouble, it can give us problems. So here are some ways to help remedy that. So I'm just taking a 6-inch round foam roller. So placing the foam roller on the floor, what I'm going to do is lay on the side that I want to roll out, which is my left side especially. So I'm going to actually put my hip on it and kind of balance myself here. And then you go down to the elbow, like that. So your body's in a straight line, straight out. And what you do, kind of cross that right leg over to support your body weight a little bit. And then you're just going to start rolling up and rolling down. So you can start on the top of the hip first and then work your way down to the knee. And ideally you want to do this for about 2 minutes per side. And you kind of want to pause and hold. If you feel a tight spot, you kind of want to pause and hold there. So right now I'm rolling out the IT band. You want to make sure that your knee stays straight, not bent like this. That just gets the IT band pulled taut a little bit better. And yes, it does feel like you're pushing on a bruise. That's normal. That's why you can pretty much only stand it a couple minutes. And you also want to remember that the IT band is not a muscle, it's a band of tissue. So this is one of the best ways that you can get it to loosen up and stop giving you those pesky knee troubles. All right, and then I also like to roll out my quads because they're pretty tight. So basically you just turn your body forward just a little bit. And I kind of do in between the IT band and the quad because it's really tight right there. So you can kind of just roll your body this way, or you can continue to keep your foot up like this and roll. And it is painful sometimes. But the more you do it, the less sore you'll feel, which is good. And then one more good one is also getting your hip flexors. It may look a little bit awkward, but it is really good for you. So you basically have to lay on the foam roller, and you can either do it just straight up and down like this, or you can put the opposite leg kind of out like a frog a little bit, and then you kind of just roll on it that way. And also the same thing with your glutes. So you can sit on it and roll, or you can cross your leg over if you're trying to get a little bit deeper under the glute in the piriformis, and just roll this way. How am I looking? Woo. And an alternative to using that foam roller, you can also use a stick. So I know a lot of runners know about this, but maybe the average person does not. So this is something, it's similar to a rolling pin in your kitchen, which you can also use, but this is a little bit self-torturous. So say you're trying to get your IT band, you basically just hold on to the handles and you just roll it this way. So if the foam roller is too much for you, this might be a better option. And it's a little bit easier to kind of get into the calves and the hamstring and stuff like that. So this is a second option to stretch your IT band and stretch your muscles. So those are some easy ways to roll out your body. It's a great thing to do before a workout. So if you do have the foam roller at home or at the gym, it is a recommended thing to do, especially if you're having some tightness somewhere or you do have an injury, especially if it's the IT band. This is a great way to help remedy that. I hope this video was helpful, and you can check out how to stretch your lower body. I'll link the video right here, and that also gives you some good static stretches for after a workout if you do want to stretch a little bit more. So if you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments below, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of these cool tricks that I have learned as an athletic trainer. A lot of people know this already, but hopefully this will serve as a reminder and a way to keep your body feeling good and keep it healthy. And I want you to live your best life possible. So thanks for joining me. I'll see you in my next video.